Moderator can speak now.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Good morning and welcome to our that is organized by the finance students of Faculty Art and Design, UiTM Shah Alam. And the interesting topic for today is effects of motion graphics in the realism in films. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. To our viewers on FB Live, if you guys have any question to our speaker, please do not hesitate to put question in the FB Live comment. And for all the participants in the Google Meet, I would like to remind you to put on your headphones and make sure that all mics are turned off. This is to ensure that our webinar session today will run smoothly. Alright, to bless our webinar this morning, I would like to invite Mr. Ahmed Faisal Patah to recite the dua. Please welcome.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم لك الحمد ولك الشكر على كل ما قدرت وقضيت. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وسلم. اللهم إني توكلت عليك وسلمت أمري إليك ولا ملجأ ولا منجي منك إلا إليك. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما قد جعلته سهلا. اللهم اجعل الصعب لي سهلا. اللهم ذكرني منه ما نسيت ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا بها جنتك، ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا يا رب العالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث إن يمسني الضر وأنت أرحم الراحمين. اللهم يا جامع الناس في يوم لا ريب فيه اجمع بيني وبين ضالتي. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا. اللهم يسر أمرنا وأحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها يا رب العالمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. بسم الله الفتاح وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وسلم. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed Faisal Patah, for the dua recital. Next, I would like to invite our beloved graduate seminar lecturer, Dr. Hazlin Haji Shahrudin, to deliver her welcoming speech to all participants and especially to our speaker. With all due respect, please welcome.
Alright, Assalamualaikum semua. Thank you Amir for the doa. Alright, first of all, I would like to welcome to all of you to this webinar session. Okay, before I hand over this to the appointed moderator, allow me to read a little bit of detail about the speaker information, the staff and the educators involved. Okay, for the speaker today, and thank you very much, Mr. Luqman Ashaari, Mr. Luqman Ashaari to participate in this webinar session. And what I've been informed that Encik Luqman Ashaari is a very passionate in visual director, 3D motion graphic artist working in the creative industry, which is consistently trying to keep the creative muscle in action. And he's also experienced working directly in the 3D motion graphic field. A lot of experience here. So you might share your experience with all the students and the participants and also the designers out there tentang your experience. All right. Without further ado, I would like to welcome you to present your experience, your knowledge, your information about your experience. All right. Thank you very much. The screen is yours, Mr. Luqman.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Hazlin, for that wonderful speech. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For today's webinar, we have a very special guest with us to share his experience in knowledge in 3D motion graphics. And I am pretty sure all of you are excited to meet our speaker. But before we proceed, please allow me to introduce a little bit about him. So, Mr. Luqman Ashaari is a visual director and a 3D motion graphic artist. During his time in post-production house, Estetica, he used to work for various local and international clients such as Mary Brown, Oppo, and DG. While during his freelance time, he used to work for various international clients such as Toyota, Audi, and Huawei, and the Super Bonfire China and Malaysia. So now I would like to invite Mr. Luqman Ashaari. Okay. Assalamualaikum, Mr. Luqman. Happy New Year to you. How are you this morning?
Assalam, I'm good. Happy New Year.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, thank you so much for spending your time today with us this morning. Okay, Mr. Luqman, do you mind to share with us an introduction of yourself and your current work for our viewers who may not be too familiar about you? And I believe you have some clip to show to our audience.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Okay, before I start, I would like to say thank you for inviting me to be one of your guest speaker for webinar. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Luqman. I am a freelance 3D motion artist. I've been working in this industry for about 5 to 6 years, and I've been doing freelance for the past 2 years. So today I had prepared exciting presentation for you guys, but in order to proper introduce myself, I would like to show you guys my brand new 2021 showreel. So Miss Nabila, can you play my showreel?
All right, okay, sure.
Mr. Doctor, it's strange. Maybe. Who am I to judge?
Okay, basically that's what I do for a living lah. That's my work for the past 2 years when I'm doing freelance. So let's jump into our topic for today. Our topic is about effect of motion graphic in the realism in film. Okay. So actually dalam film ni we use various kind of effect, VFX and everything lah. So the big term untuk tu we use as CGI lah. So I just use CGI untuk dia punya term lah. Okay. To me the important of CGI ni, filmmaker or film director have greater control untuk production lah. And then CGI also can become easier lah. Let's say if you do production, it's gonna take a lot of time, but in CGI you can do it in short time lah. And then you also can control everything in CGI rather than production. And CGI also cost friendly. I didn't say that CGI is cheap, but if you want to compare to production, if you do production, you need to hire crew, you need to rent gadget and camera and everything, and traveling cost lah. CGI is not cheap lah. You also need to use powerful computer, and you need to buy various software lah. Okay, to show you how CGI, how we can control environment with CGI, I have prepared one video for you guys. If you guys ada tengok this movie called Doctor Strange, if you tengok dia punya environment, it's really mind blown lah. Okay. So Nabila can play this video.
Mr. Doctor, it's strange. Maybe. Who am I to judge?
Okay, so the video that you guys watched just now, we can see that CGI can make something impossible to possible. Macam we tengok all the building, all the effect, all the 3D things lah. So CGI ni can allow filmmaker to tell story in different way. I mean, film director can make everything in CGI lah. That's something that impossible to do it in production. And film director also can create fantasy world that no one can ever imagine. Okay, macam for example, if you guys have watched Avatar, not Avatar Last Airbender lah, Avatar the Blue Monster lah. If you watch that movie, if you tengok dia punya environment and everything, semuanya something yang you cannot achieve in production, something yang you never imagine. I mean like their world. Okay. So like other movie, macam like Marvel movie and everything tu, they would never been able to done that movie without CGI. CGI can tell fantastic story that would never tell macam past punya things, like if you guys watch Jurassic Park, the dinosaur and everything. Without CGI, we cannot imagine how the dinosaur look like, how big is the dinosaur. So with CGI can help we see lah how the past punya event. Okay, and currently also ramai film director yang buat short film in CGI, fully CGI. Okay, so I ada some example. This one done 100% in Unity and fully CGI. Okay, so Ms. Nabila can play this video for me. Okay, so as you can see, now we also can make film with fully CGI. So when we talk about film that produced using CGI, we also can include about digital transformation, because currently now everything done in CG lah. And when we talk about digital transformation, now we also have digital influencer. So all these influencer, they are not real person. I mean, this Lil Michaela ni, she have around 3 million followers, but I think only 40 or 60% je yang know this influencer is not real lah. They made it in CG. Okay. Eventually, CGI technology also had been used in music video industry. Actually, CGI ni dah lama dah used in music video industry. But then, macam before ni, just shoot green screen and then put some CGI and everything. But now, diorang make artist itself in CG. So, for conclusion, I can say CGI is future in film industry lah. Because plus now pandemic also kan macam we cannot gather everyone untuk ramai orang untuk do the production and everything, and they want to make it everything in CGI lah. And CGI also can make dream of director into reality lah, because I rasa ramai director yang have crazy idea but they don't know how to turn it into reality, and I think CGI can help them lah untuk turn whatever their idea into reality lah. And we also can make film entirely in CGI. Okay. So I think that's all for my sharing session, and I think we can move to Q&A session.
Alright. Okay, thank you, Mr. Luqman. I think the video was quite impressive. Okay, so I noticed that the showreel video is your product, is it? Your artwork, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That one is the latest one.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so now I have some question that I would like to ask to you. Okay, is it important to use motion graphics or CGI in films to enhance the feel or emotion in the films? Let's say if kalau kita tak pakai motion graphics ni tak apa.
Actually, this thing depends on film lah. I mean CGI ni memang untuk kita enhancekan the feel and emotion in film lah, because tak semua yang kita imagine we can do it in production lah. So we add all these CG things untuk enhancekan lagi lah the film.
Oh, I see. Okay. So kalau let's say if we put the motion graphics into the film, does the motion graphics really destroy the feel of realism?
I think it depends on film lah, because tak semua CG film we can see the realism lah. Ada good CG film, ada yang bad CG film yang destroy the feel of realism lah, nampak like fake. But I rasa lagi banyak good CGI film rather than bad one.
So basically it depends on the films juga lah kan?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so what is the way and technique that can be used in motion graphics to attract the audience? Can you share the common technique that you use?
Okay, graphic ni always interesting visual lah, and have the power to interact with client lah, with media. But motion graphic ni goes one step further, because motion graphic ni combine like motion, animation and sound effect lah yang boleh grab attention audience.
Okay. So, besides in films, do you think motion graphic is suitable to use in produce the awareness campaign ke? Sesuai tak agak-agak?
I think motion graphic ni one of option yang boleh help boost awareness lah. Because now pun orang do everything in online kan, in media, and motion graphic also can help bring life to image lah, untuk if it's help capture attention in social media.
Yes, I truly agree with that, sebab sekarang kan kita macam mostly kita kebanyakan tengok video, so
everything online.
Okay. Macam untuk nampak macam lagi menarik untuk tarik perhatian orang kan, untuk
Yes.
Okay, so in order to be a good motion graphic design, so what is the skill needed to be? Maksudnya apa skill yang kita kena ada untuk jadi motion graphic artist yang paling professional lah, like you lah.
I biasa je. But for me, what is important to become professional motion artist is, first of all, I rasa technical skill tu lah yang penting, because motion graphic ni banyak technical things lah for you to do in order to achieve something in motion lah. And then your 3D design skill also important juga lah untuk become professional motion designer.
Okay.
And your art sense, your creative thinking, your graphic design skill, because I think if nak buat motion graphic, I think everyone can do, but to make it this motion graphic beautiful and attract people to watch it, you need to have that kind of skill.
Do you mean the skill macam storytelling punya skill ke?
Storytelling, visual, and the design.
Okay. Okay. So, what is the flow in making motion graphics in production company? Contohnya apa proses yang involve?
Okay. Actually, untuk produce satu video, let's say 30-second video, dia ada banyak proses yang involve lah. First of all, you kena ada storyboard. Because before you do something, you kena sketch you punya idea and everything lah. Okay, when storyboard dah approve, the next stage is style frame. Style frame ni macam end product. Let's say when you buat storyboard, if you show to client ke apa ke, client don't understand how the visual look like. So in order to make client understand the final product, we need to make style frame lah. Style frame ni macam still image of final product, macam tu lah. Okay, and then after the style frame and everything dah approved, then we start animatic stage lah. We create the environment, the 3D model, 3D animation, motion and everything. Okay, and then we go to the next stage. After dah siap the animatic process, we go to offline stage. Offline stage ni di mana you do the timing, and then you put the sound effect and everything lah, you cut and everything. Okay, after all you punya offline dah approve, the next stage is rendering lah. After you dah lighting, texture, semua you punya 3D scene, and then you go to stage rendering lah. Okay, untuk final process is online or compositing or final touch up lah, untuk before we output to client lah, untuk enhancekan lagi the video. Okay, and then itulah proses in post house, proses to make one fully 3D motion video.
Oh, okay, faham. Okay, does the technology for CGI in Malaysia powerful enough as in other countries?
In my opinion lah, I think it's no lah, because I think overseas lagi ada more advanced technology yang I rasa Malaysia belum ada that things lah untuk create film like Hollywood macam tu lah. But kalau you say cakap pasal animation kan, animation macam boy apa semua tu, I rasa diorang boleh setaraf lah dengan Hollywood punya, Disney punya benda lah, Disney punya animation. But kalau film, I tak ada filem yang I remember can. I don't know lah now ada ke tak, sebab I jarang tengok filem, I jarang tengok movie, so I tak sure now how the latest CGI film in Malaysia look like.
Okay, so alright. Thank you, Mr. Luqman, for answering those inquiries and sharing with us all the knowledge. And looks like we have a lot of questions from the audience. Might be they are so excited to see your videos and all. Okay. So the first question is from Ririn Sani. Is CGI much more costly to make more than an actual film? How costly is that?
Actually nak buat CGI in film pun tak murah. I rasa dia macam sama je lah cost dia dengan you nak buat film using production ke apa ke. Dia just more effective lah. I mean like you tak perlu nak keluarkan cost travelling apa semua lah. Macam kalau macam production, you nak kena hire makeup artist and then talent itself pun dah mahal kan. But in CGI, you can do that without hiring anyone lah untuk make the film lah. Tapi untuk hire professional artist untuk do the CGI pun tak murah juga. Still costly lah, just effective lah you buat film in CGI rather than production.
So lagi better ada motion graphic ataupun tidak? Sebab ke depends on the budget of the film juga?
It depend on budget lah. Because I think if you do fully production, tak everything you boleh achieve lah. You still need to add motion graphic, CGI or anything lah in that film.
Okay. So next question from Nurul Razia. Is CGI a trend right now in film?
I can say yes, because if you boleh tengok all the latest film, everything include CGI. Let's say they want, if you tengok banyak film yang use green screen and then all the environment they do it in CGI. So I think memang kebanyakan film sekarang banyak use CGI.
Alright. So the next question from Lydia Saleh. Do you think that being freelance artist is better than being in production company?
Okay, good question. Actually, it's not easy to become freelance artist because when people don't know who you are, it's hard for you to get a job and everything lah. But I decided to do freelance because I want to direct myself lah. Because if you in production, you need to deal with a lot of people because you bukan kena deal dengan you punya director je. You need to deal with agency. You need to deal with client. So ada banyak kepala lah untuk you deal. So benda tu buat you serabut lah untuk finish that job. Because I dah go through that phase, and bila I buat freelance, I ada more freedom untuk I become more creative, and I can do whatever I want to do without I need to deal with agency or director. You ada much more freedom lah. That's the advantage lah.
Okay. You mentioning that macam during freelance time ni you have more time freedom kan? So is it related to your daily projects in Instagram? Because I saw your project in Instagram called Everyday's Project, where you posted about modeling 3D model every day, and actually that one is to manage your time, and you have to, I mean, sorry, is it related to your time freedom because you have time to make those in every day? Because 3D model, I think it's not easy to make it.
Understand. Okay. So everyday project ni they inspired from this one motion artist from overseas. People are inspired by him lah untuk do everyday punya project. Tapi I just buat for 6 months I think, and everyday project ni I buat before I go to work. Let's say I wake up at 6:30 or 7 and then I start buat everyday project, and then I finish before 10, and then 10 tu I masuk kerja lah. I punya everyday project ni actually, because if you dah kerja full time, you dah kena start the project, so you tak ada time untuk improve you punya skill and everything lah. So I take initiative untuk buat everyday project ni untuk improve I punya skill lah. And actually I tak buat the modeling everyday lah. Kadang-kadang I just take the 3D model that I did before and then I reuse back untuk for the next day lah.
Okay.
So not everything I buat in apa ni, I buat from scratch lah. I just ada ambil asset from other website or free asset lah.
Oh, so maksudnya ada certain time yang rendered sekarang, so you posted for the next day, is it?
No. When I post tu, that morning I buat that project, and then that day juga I akan post. So every day I buat morning, and then maybe afternoon or evening I akan post saya punya work lah.
Okay. Alright. So we have next question from Siti Zahira. What does it take to work with international companies, and is it connection or skill that matters?
Okay. During I punya time doing freelance ni, I baru dapat one international client lah. You don't say about production company lah, because they all have big team and big connection untuk dapatkan international client lah. But for myself, during I punya freelance time, how I get this international client is I keep doing tests and I keep doing artwork every day. You just keep doing you punya things. I keep doing portfolio and everything. Then the client itself will approach you lah, if they're interested with your work.
So it's like macam personal branding that you make it up for yourself. Like you every day you posted about your 3D, and then so benda tu make orang tertarik dengan your artworks.
Yes.
So the reason here is benefit kat sini nampaknya kita boleh tengok adalah kita kena sentiasa just keep doing apa benda.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright. So from Miss Zana, on average, how long would you take to complete a piece of 3D model? Berapa lama you nak siapkan 3D model tu?
Untuk for one project or just for one 3D model?
One 3D model and also for project jugalah.
Okay. For it depend on how the complexity of the 3D model. Sometimes it takes me about 5 working days untuk finish one model, and untuk for one fully video it takes me around 1 week or 1.5 weeks lah. But usually I just use balik je model apa yang I ada. I tak ada, depends, kalau I tak ada model tu baru I modeling from scratch lah. It takes a lot of time lah, kalau lagi-lagi kalau the model tu ada detail, small detail tu lah.
From Dina Yusrina, what is your thought on Disney The Lion King live action? Is the live action movie version considered a good CGI compared to the real life?
Lion King, benda ni ramai yang orang petikaikan lah about the Lion King punya movie tu kan. Tapi for me is more better lah, because the lion and all the environment and everything looks real lah. The character dia macam nampak dia punya realistic lah, all the hair, all the skin texture and everything lah. So I rasa the CGI, the CGI punya version tu lagi better lah.
Okay. From Ririn Sani again, is there a possibility we won't need a real actor in anymore in the future, since CGI can actually create a model like real people? Rasa-rasa future perlu tak lagi real actor ni?
I rasa to me lah macam still perlukan lagi real actor ni untuk make film, because kalau you tengok pun macam Doctor Strange tadi tu kan, dia ada certain part je yang need that character need to be in CGI lah. So macam scene yang you tak boleh nak shoot in real life, you kena ada CGI lah. And I tak rasa CGI can replace actor or actress lah, because still long way to go untuk achieve human punya physical, emotion and everything. We still need actor lah.
Because sometimes for the real actor tu dia punya emotion tu lagi sampai compared to photography, is it?
Yes, it's true.
Okay. Question from Dr. Razif. Why not many 3D motion design in SME promotion item? Is it because expensive ke?
Okay, bila I buat freelance ni, I baru realize yang tak ramai local founder, product founder yang know about this 3D thing. Bila I start freelance ni, I baru tahu yang diorang tak expose to 3D motion ni. So I rasa dia bukan tak ada baik, tak rasa expensive lah. I rasa diorang tak expose dengan benda ni lah, dengan all 3D motion punya benda.
So you mean mostly products ni diorang local founder ni diorang macam ramai yang tak di-expose lagi lah dengan motion graphics ni.
Yeah, because before ni pun bila diorang buat commercial video, diorang just macam shoot produk diorang apa semua kan. So bila I first time work dengan this one local founder, diorang pun cakap yang this is first time they do commercial, dia punya produk commercial using CGI.
Oh, okay. So for me kan, in my opinion, kalau macam that product pakai motion graphic, I think I would trust that product more sebab dia nampak macam wow, macam gempak je kan. So itulah maybe because diorang tak lagi di-expose. I think in future might be akan ramai local products yang akan di-expose dengan motion graphics, okay?
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
So, question from Adli. Is it important for a CGI artist to also build his own style ataupun like style macam estetik ke apa? So like bila orang tengok macam oh tahu ini Luqman Ashaari yang buat video ni.
Okay. In my opinion, I think it's important lah for you have you punya own style. Macam I buat everyday tu, if you tengok everyday tu, you nampak that kind of style dekat mana-mana tau, because everyone do the same thing. So untuk you get known by others, you kena ada, it's important lah for you to have you punya own style so that people can recognize your artwork without see who did that, who direct that.
Okay, so for anyone who don't know Mr. Luqman Instagram, so you guys can watch his artwork in his Instagram, Luqman Ashaari. So dekat situ memang banyak dia punya artworks yang very, for me it's very magnificent lah sebab dia sangat-sangat lawa. Okay, so next question from Avi from Cheryl Tan. Is there anything that you are looking forward on 2021?
Okay. I punya, actually I dah plan this thing lama lah. Macam I really want to do full CGI short film lah. But until now I tak ada free time to I focus on that project lah. So I hope 2021 at least I boleh release teaser maybe untuk I punya CGI short film. But tak tahu lah, tengok kalau ada time I akan work on that lah.
Okay. Alright, so question from Mr. Sikodi. What are your thoughts about future technology if one day every CGI can be done using phone apps? So let's say some apps right now boleh buat face tracking and camera tracking kan. So in your opinion, what are your thoughts about future technology nanti? Kalau semua gantikan dengan CGI in phone apps.
I still think it's gonna take a long time lah untuk replace actual things dengan CGI lah. For me CGI still ada flaw yang, you know, the real things yang CGI cannot achieve lah, because tak semua things you can make it in CGI. Tak semua achievable in CGI lah. Ada something yang you need to take real footage or real things untuk you dapatkan that product.
Oh, okay. So next question. What inspires you when making motion graphics, especially when you do for a client? What is your actually inspiration?
Inspiration. Okay. I punya inspiration untuk start this animation, I try tengok how overseas artists done their work lah, because I still rasa I macam jauh lagi untuk reach that level yang sama dengan overseas artist lah. So I keep tengok diorang punya artwork untuk inspire me untuk I kasih output yang sama macam diorang lah, the high level of CGI lah. Kebanyakan I inspire ni from overseas artist lah, because dia punya work tu is much more better.
Alright, so next question. What is your thought? Sorry, this one is already been read. Okay, from Nat Zahira. I am a beginner to the motion graphic. Can you any advice can you share?
Beginner.
Beginner, baru nak start.
Okay. Actually, I punya background masa I study dulu, I start dengan computer programming, and then time diploma baru I masuk course graphic design, and I fully self-learn all these 3D things lah. I punya advice is you keep practice every day lah. You keep doing, you keep watch. Sebab sekarang ni pun you boleh learn this motion graphic for free je kalau you search kat YouTube. Ada banyak tutorial yang you boleh follow, yang you boleh ikut untuk for you to improve you punya skill. And to be honest, it's not that hard to learn, because I pun start from zero, start from nothing. I know nothing about this 3D, and then I self-learn from YouTube, all the free online course lah.
I see. I think because you have the passion in 3D, so that sebab tu dia macam oh, this one I have a passion in it, so I can do it. Okay. So the key here is if you guys want to be the motion graphic designer, you have to keep on practice, keep on doing what apa yang you nak buat. And so okay, looks like we have next question from Fahana. Is it possible for a person who have a gap in industry experience, like 1 or 2 years, due to continuing studies, to start their career again in industry?
For me tak ada istilah too late to start anything. I mean, selagi you hidup, you belum terlambat untuk you start anything lah. Rasa age tu just number. You still boleh catch up. Boleh catch up if you start doing. the key, the important is you kena start lah. You kena start that thing.
Okay, so once you dapat idea, then you have to start terus, is it?
Nak start tu yang susah tu. Tapi betul lah, if you tak start, you just said you want to do it, I don't think can work lah. You need to start do it. Okay.
Alright, so question from Amira. What is your favorite software to develop animation or CGI?
Currently, I just use this software called Cinema 4D. Actually, before I start buat this 3D motion, I tak boleh nak cakap semua lah. I dah try few 3D software lah, like Maya, then 3ds Max, then Blender and everything lah. But C4D ni yang macam for me lah, user friendly and senang. Mesti macam tadi ada yang beginner yang baru nak start journey dalam benda ni kan, maybe boleh try explore this software lah. Yang rasa yang beginner pun tak akan take a lot of time lah untuk learn, untuk buat motion using this software.
Okay, so okay, you guys kalau nak buat tu, you guys can take note untuk guna software ni Question from Marwan, is there possible for CGI to apply in commercial cosmetic product and other? Can you give what comparison between motion graphics and CGI in terms of marketing product?
Can you repeat the question?
Is there possible CGI to be applied in commercial cosmetic products and others? And can you give the comparison between motion graphic and CGI in terms of marketing products?
Macam, okay. Untuk produk kan, I rasa if you tengok commercial untuk produk dengan using CGI ni, you boleh do something yang lagi interaktif lah, yang lagi interaktif untuk attract you punya client or customer untuk this product, untuk marketing untuk this product lah, untuk produknya. And I think CGI can do everything lah untuk commercial product.
So CGI lagi better?
Yeah.
Okay. So question from Nat Zahira, if you don't mind, which tutorial from YouTube channel that you learn from?
Okay. Ada banyak tutorial yang you boleh search dekat YouTube, tapi when first time I start this learning from YouTube, ada this one YouTube channel, you boleh check Grayscale Gorilla. Dekat situ dia akan ada ajar lah from beginner punya level until professional punya level. And rasa semua orang akan lagi faham lah tutorial yang from Grayscale Gorilla lah.
Okay.
And also you can check Grayscale Gorilla ni just more kepada C4D punya tutorial lah. Kalau you nak cari all the CG tutorial macam After Effects ke apa ke, you boleh search CG Terminal. Dekat situ ada macam-macam tutorial lah yang menggunakan macam-macam software, bukan hanya fokus pada Cinema 4D and 3D lah. CG Terminal.
Okay. So question from Shahnaz, how do you find inspiration for your new projects? Because mostly students use Pinterest to find ideas. Do you have any?
Okay. Usually benda ni dah jadi rutin lah. Macam everyday I akan scroll online portfolio lah. If you know Behance, everyday I akan scroll, I akan tengok, I akan inspired from other artist punya work lah. So reference usually I akan selalu cari dekat Behance lah. Pinterest ni ajaran sikit sebab I don't know, I lagi comfortable dengan Behance. Behance pun banyak reference dekat situ.
Okay. From Kusha, what is the advantage of 3D motion compared with camera shoot for production video?
Okay. For production video, I think lah, I rasa it depends on apa yang you nak buat lah, apa you punya output. If you nak something yang kena achieve daripada shoot, you buat in 3D motion. I think both technique ada pro and cons dia lah. It depend on how you want lah. Tapi I lagi prefer CGI lah because it's easier untuk produce video.
Okay. Alright. So question again from Mr. Sikodi. If you don't mind, can you share with us your motion graphic artist that you admire in Malaysia?
In Malaysia? In Malaysia, I ada few artist or director yang I inspired lah, yang memang how I sampai this level because I use them as I punya role model lah. Okay, one of I punya artist or director yang I inspired is Mr. Alvin Sia, I punya ex-boss masa I dekat Astatika tu. And I start explore benda ni untuk reach his level is because of him lah. I see all his artwork, all and everything, so I want to be like him lah one day.
I see. Alright. So, okay, last question. Have you ever experienced creative burnout?
Okay. Sepanjang I buat 2 years ni, masa I in production, masa I in company production, I tak pernah burn out lagi because you punya task tu divide tau. Ada ramai artis untuk you punya workload you tu, you divide ikut artis lah, beramai artis yang work on that project. But when I start doing freelance ni, I have to do everything by myself lah. So I pernah go through burn out think few times jugalah sepanjang I buat freelance ni.
Alright, okay. Okay, looks like we have covered all the questions and we have already come to the end of our webinar session. Before we conclude the session, would you like to say a few words, Mr. Luqman, to wrap up our session?
Okay. I want to say thank you because you give me chance untuk I tell my insight about this industry. And untuk student, it doesn't matter what you do. If you want to reach next level, you kena ada passion and don't stop doing what you're doing. Just keep doing, and one day you will achieve what your goals are.
Okay, so the key here is start doing,
Keep doing.
keep doing, and don't give up, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Luqman, for sharing your knowledge about your art practice. We are definitely so blessed to have you with us today. And we would like to say thank you again for joining us today, okay? Special news for you, Mr. Luqman. Our team has also made something special as a token of appreciation for you. So we will personally deliver it to you soon. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. Keep your social distance and wear your mask, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Okay.